Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Raka Zidan Firmansyah from class 10E, roll number 28. Here I will tell you about an Indonesian folktale entitled Sangkuriang. Sangkuriang is a legend among Sendanis people that tell about the creator of Mount Tangkuban Perahu. This legend tells the story of a young man who fell in love with his own mother. The manuscript of the Sangkuriang story was first discovered at the end of the 15th century on a palm leaf belonging to Punjaga Manik. In ancient times, this was the story of a king doctor in West Java named Dayang Sumbi. He had a son named Sangkuriang. The child really liked hunting. He hunted accompanied by Tumang, the palace favorite dog. Sangkuriang did not know that the dog was the incarnation of God and also his father. One day, Tumang did not want to follow his order to chase game. So, he threw the dog into the forest when he returned to the palace. Sangkuriang told his mother about the incident. It was no joke. That Dayang Sumbi was angry. She heard the story. He accidentally hit Sangkuriang on the head with the rice spoon he was holding. Sangkuriang was injured. He was very disappointed and went wandering. After that incident, Dayang Sumbi felt very sorry for herself. He always prayed and was very diligent in meditating. Once upon a time, the gods gave him a gift. She will be forever young and have eternal beauty. After years of wandering, Sangkuriang finally intended to return to his homeland. When he arrived there, the kingdom had changed completely. There he met a beautiful girl who was none other than Dayang Sumbi. Fascinated by the woman's beauty, Sangkuriang proposed to her because the young man was very handsome. Dayang Sumbi was very fascinated by him. One day, Sangkuriang asked to leave to go hunting. He asked Dayang Sumbi to help tidy up his headband. How shocked Dayang Sumbi was when she saw the scar on her future husband's head. The one was exactly like the one of his son who had gone abroad. After looking at it for a long time, it turned out that the young man's face was very familiar to his son's face. He became very scared. So then he looked for ways to thwart Sangkuriang's proposal. He put forward two conditions. First, he asked the young man to dam the Citarum River. Second, he asked Sangkuriang to make a large canoe to cross the river. These two conditions must be fulfilled before dawn. That night, Sangkuriang did penance with his supernatural powers. He mobilized two supernatural beings to help complete the job. Dayang Sumbi also secretly picked at the work. Once the work was almost finished, Dayang Sumbi ordered her troops to spread red silk cloth to the east of the city. When he saw the red color in the east, Sangkuriang thought the day was over. He also stopped his work. He was very angry because it meant he could not fulfill the condition requested by Dayang Sumbi. With his strength, he broke the dam. He cried. There was several floating across the city. He then kicked the big boat he met. The boat floated and fell, becoming a mountain in the northern part of the city of Bandung, now which is called Tangkuban Perahu. That is a folk tale entitled Sangkuriang. The moral message that we can take off from the story is the importance of being honest. If Dayang Sumbi had been honest with Sangkuriang about 2 months through identity from the start, then Sangkuriang probably would not have killed Tumang and run away from his house. In this story, we learn about the importance of being honest with everyone so that bad things don't happen. That's all from me about Sangkuriang story. Thank you for watching and see you.